How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the 96 overall signature series Cole Hamels debut. How you get this card is by completing the 200 program stars during the 7th inning program. You go ahead and select this card, and I think that he's going to be pretty good. I mean, we're going to be going up against a good opponent here. I believe that his record was right around 400 and something and 200 and something. He's also a 12-0 Battle Royale player. I believe I've played him once before, and he actually beat me. We played at the same stadium, if I'm not mistaken. But he sent me a friendly quit. That may be the reason why, because we already played. But I went ahead and denied it because this is the first time I've gotten Cole Hamels selected on the hill. I also wanted to try and get Tom Seaver selected. So if I didn't get those guys picked, I would have taken the friendly quit. But in the last video, I tried to debut Andre Dawson. In this one, I wanted to focus on pitcher. So I went back to the lineup I was using and started this game off with a nice single, or double from Willie Mays, and then another double there from Lou Gehrig. I almost had a single with Tony Gwynn, but nonetheless, I grounded out with him. That was a 12-6 curveball below the zone. That's something that I have to keep in mind facing this Yu Darvish, is that 12-6 curveball. He throws it. It's kind of loopy, similar to Zach Greinke. But anyway, I wasn't able to capitalize on another run in the first inning. We have Cole Hamels on the hill. He has the primary pitch of a changeup. I wanted to start with that and got the pop up to center field. Luckily, that wasn't sent out for a home run. I know that this guy can hit the baseball. I think that the first time he played, he put up about 7 runs. I'm not 100% sure that I even played him, though, so it could be a different person. Anyway, Pudge just sent one up the middle for a base knock. The opponent had Lou Gehrig in the lineup, and he went ahead and took him out for Frank Thomas. And Frank Thomas sends one up the middle just out of the reach of Rogers Hornsby. I was almost able to make that diving play. Don't think I would have been able to turn 2, but maybe would have gotten Frank out at first base. And I'm going with the cutter inside. That's a dangerous location after missing the spot there, facing Willie Mays, and luckily he popped it up to Willie Mays. So that was a nice reward right there. I missed location. He missed it as well, so I got lucky. But at the same time, that could have done some damage. Easily been a 3-run homer. Anyway, we're facing the Matt Carpenter. This was a previous program, a 200-star reward as well. And he's going to send that one into the gap. I wanted that cutter low and away, low and outside the zone. And unfortunately, he gets back picked right here. It's not the best way to end the inning, but at the same time, I'll take the out. He had an opportunity to score 2 more runs. He had 2 guys in scoring position. And if he was able to get the 2-out hit, that would have really broke the game open. Would have gotten the confidence down on Cole Hamels. On the flip side, I was able to smack one off his pitcher, almost got thrown out, and then almost got into a double play. That was a really close play there at first base with Ken Griffey Jr. So luckily I was safe at first. I stole second, and just a little bit late on this 12-6 curveball. I don't really know where I missed that one. I must have just missed it, hit off the end of the bat or something, but the ball wasn't really carrying in this one as much as it normally does in the minor league stadiums from what I noticed. But Cole Hamels, in his debut, is smacking one up the middle. And the only reason why I say that was both players have lined out quite a bit throughout this point. There's going to be another line drive, but that one actually gets through, and we get the lead back. So that's kind of interesting way to extend this inning. I thought that for sure was going to be the 3rd out, but once again, another 2-out rally. I tried to sit on this pitch up and inside with Willie Mays. I still dropped the PCI and popped up to left field. But something that I've really been noticing a lot lately is 2-out rallies, as well as, I mean, just a lot of lineouts. When they're really happening in the game, then both players are going to be affected by them. It seems like it makes it a little bit tougher to judge the pitcher that I'm trying to evaluate during a debut like this, when the opponent is definitely a good player at the game. He's squaring up the ball, and he's lining out. I don't know if Cole Hamels is going to be successful long term. But he does have a pretty slow motion to the plate when there's a guy on base, so he was able to steal second with 81 speed Rogers Hornsby, who doesn't really have the best stealing rating. But I'm trying to get out of this inning without him tying it up, and he's just missing the ball just barely. I mean, lining out, popping out. Some of these balls, I feel like he just missed them. Some of them he's getting under it, and at the same time, he's also scoring up the ball. I know that he's right on it, and he's eventually going to knock some base hits and get something going. I don't want to leave in Cole Hamels for too long, but at least in this inning, because of an error from Tony Gwynn right there, I was able to advance to second base. That's a 1-out, basically a double, and George Brett is up at the plate. He has Frank Thomas in for Lou Gehrig as a pinch hitter. because I have a lefty on the mound, and it plays a factor right there. He missed it with Frank, and I have no idea why I'm getting a check swing right there. I felt like that was a base hit down the line, but nonetheless, Griffey check swings, lines out to Frank Thomas. It's just frustrating sometimes. I had an opportunity there to tack on another run or two, but anyway, it's a 2-1 game, bottom of the third inning. I saw it to face like the meat of his lineup right here. Frank Thomas, a couple good righties, Pudge as well. Was able to get some guys up, and so now you have Cole Hamels up again, and I was able to battle with him a little bit. Knock another base hit. That's actually going to be an extra base hit, a double into the gap. So it's pretty crazy. I'm able to hit much better with Cole Hamels than I was able to with Andre Dawson in his debut so far already. I mean, 2 for 2, and we have an opportunity to score another run because of it. I was unable to send that one up the middle with Tony Gwynn, but we do have Willie Mays coming up to the dish, and 25 speed on first base, but there's 2 outs anyway, so he's going to be running on contact. I'm looking to send one up the middle. I'm trying to have a good at-bat here with Willie Mays, trying to get a nice base hit. Just a single will do it. And I felt like that was the pitch. A curveball over the middle of the plate. He went with the slide step. He had been doing that a couple times and trying to throw the timing off. But anyway, we're facing his Willie Mays, very next batter, and he ties the game up, sends that one out for a solo shot, making it a 2-2 game. So just as I was able to get the lead, I took the lead in the last couple of innings. He ties it right back up, but at least I'm able to keep the game close, minimize a little bit. He does knock an infield base hit with the following batter. I had to go ahead and take a mound visit. We're facing Jim Edmonds, and a 2-0 count, he swings at a sweeping curve. So that was nice to get rewarded on a good pitch right there. Definitely made a good pitch earlier in the game. I got rewarded in a lucky way of a line out on a pitch that I missed. So it's kind of back and forth, a little bit of randomness in this year's game for sure. When it comes to pitching, when it comes to hitting, I think even when it comes to throwing the ball where you want to, with good feedback, with different feedback, it's a little bit of a randomness. But same type of thing when I was kind of saying right there with hitting. I mean, I didn't really feel like I was on that one. It's a 2-run shot from George Brett. He is a glitch in the game. I felt like the PCI was way to the right of the ball, but I guess I barreled it up and smacked it the other way. You don't really see too many people go to the opposite field with a lot of power in this game. At least it doesn't happen to me very often, but it is what it is, and that one was sent out for a homer. I'll take it, and the opponent right here gets robbed. Griffey, just like that, is robbing him of an extra base hit, a potential guy to lead off the inning, a 1-out hit. But anyway, I'll take the out. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just sometimes I'm playing this game, I'm thinking to myself, man, my bad, opponent. Like, he's squaring the ball up. There's nothing I can do. It's out of his control, and it's out of my control. But look at Cole Hamels in his debut. He's going 3 for 3. Would have been nice to have this for Andre Dawson or the last couple of hitters that I've been trying to debut, but it's crazy. Cole Hamels in his debut goes 3 for 3. He's pitching very well in this game. I'm not going to leave him in for too long because I feel like I'll end up losing because of it. It just depends on how the game goes. You want to leave the pitcher in that the opponent is struggling against, but at the same time, they become easier to hit as the game moves on. So right there, I got unlucky with Willie Mays. I scored it up, but I was also on top of it. I mean, with the feedback, the way I swung the bat, it definitely looked like I was on top of it. It's unfortunate, but I wasn't able to capitalize on this inning. I had a couple guys on base, a couple base hits, and didn't get the big hit with 2 outs. I noticed that that's really what a lot of these games come down to. Who has the biggest rally with 2 outs, who gets something going, and who can hit the biggest home run or the dagger, if that makes sense, like a 3-run shot late in the game, stuff like that. If that was to happen right now, I'd be in pretty big trouble, and I'm looking to avoid that. But this opponent had been squaring the ball up. I had to kind of pitch to contact with Cole Hamels anyway, and might not be the best pitcher against somebody like this who's very aggressive in the zone. I mean, I guess you want him to be aggressive, but this guy could definitely hit the baseball. I felt like I was getting a little bit lucky at times. I mean, that one was definitely squared up. It's hit to the warning track, and Willie Mays is going to make the play. It's hard to explain what was going on in this game. I mean, both players are squaring the ball up, though, and I feel like we both could have more runs than what the scoreboard presents. We both have a good amount of hits, and we were really taking some pitches here and there. I mean, we had some good at-bats, but I mean, so far, if you look at the pitch count, 46 pitches through 7 innings or through 6 innings. This guy was on the ball, though. I mean, a few different events earlier in the game, and it's a completely different game. I might have had to go to my bullpen earlier on, depending on the confidence, depending on if he was able to score. For example, if he didn't get back picked on a run, stuff like that completely changes the outcome of the game. I mean, depending on what happens determines the outcome of the confidence, the stuff, the way they're able to pitch. I mean, later on in this game, though, as I was saying, as the game moves on to like the 7th or 8th inning, starting pitchers become much easier to hit. I felt like I was going to give up a couple runs there. I wanted to try to get Cole Hamels through this inning, and luckily, I don't know what happened there, but he got thrown out of the play. His base runners did something crazy and followed up by a line drive out. So there's not really anything you can do in that situation. I feel like the opponent deserves to have at least a couple more runs. This could easily be, coulda, woulda been a tie game. I don't really know how else to describe it. It makes it a little bit more difficult, like I was saying earlier, to evaluate these pitchers. Is Cole Hamels good? I have no idea. I mean, in this video, he pitched all right so far. I mean, he gave up a couple runs. He had a lot of hard hit contact in play that resulted in outs. The field that we're playing at has a lot of foul ball territory, so there were a lot of foul balls made, or foul ball outs from both sides, probably more from myself. But Billy Wagner closed the game out. That was kind of a crazy game. I mean, we both hit the ball well. I think the opponent had how many hits? 7 or 8 hits, 9 hits. I had 12 hits, and I felt like we easily could have had 15 each. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. That is the Cole Hamels debut, 96 overall Signature Series pitcher. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in my rotation. I kind of want to try him out a couple more times. But this is also on All-Star, so you never know what you're going to get. But until next time, everyone, peace out and have a great day.